altars are used for prayers. You want to say something?
Yes, man
Mm,
of God. I just want to make sure that you're not going far with your
mm,
explanation so that you will not lose me in your explanation.
okay.
Right. I think before you went further with Abraham, yes, can you please explain to me like why is it that the altars that we build in our churches they are not affecting the people who are defiling it?
Yeah, I heard that.
Mm,
I wanted to make sure that before we go there,
okay.
people understand what is an altar and what is it for.
Okay.
So an altar, it's in a church. This is why I said there is an altar for a nation.
Okay.
There's an altar for an individual.
Okay.
There's an altar for a family. So what you're asking, you said, why is it the altars are no longer affecting people who are standing there anymore without repenting, living their sins? So one thing is that Christ knew that he did not come for righteous people. He came for the sinners. So now Christ said that you shall know by this in the end time when evil people, sinful people are now standing in the holy place of God. It will be a sign to you that the end is near. So that means this is a sign that the end is near. One. And the other thing, you said, why is it not affecting them? It is affecting them. They might not see it or we might not see it. But God cannot let you stand there in his holy place and then you go freely enjoying, telling yourself that I can come at any time and stand in front of the people and do whatever I want to do. There are things that will be happening spiritually that people around you might not see. But as time goes on, you will see that something is not right in my life. That's why you ask yourself. Some will even repent and say, we've been doing the work of God unfaithful. We're doing the work of God in a sinful way. God, we are seeking mercy. So the first answer is that God is still dealing with those people. But it is also a sign according to what Christ said, which means that in church there is everyone. In church there are sinners.
Mm,
Remember, some say the church is a gathering of sinners. So
mm,
they will obviously be there, they will
mm,
obviously be there in the pulpit, standing there. So
okay.
right now we call it a pulpit, right?
Mm,
So now we call it a pulpit, but also some call it an altar. If you go to some churches, that same area where there is the pulpit, that's their altar also. So you might remove the pulpit and it will still be an
an
altar.
altar. Okay.
What is a pulpit? A pulpit is something that you, like nowadays, a pulpit is where you put your books and so forth and preach,
Mm,
right,
okay.
and speak to the audience. And it's not, I don't think it's only for churches. Even in business meetings,
Yes, same.
you can still put a pulpit. So now the difference with a pulpit and an altar is that an altar is a place where you know that if a sick person come and stand in this place, we are expecting healing. It's a holy place,
Um,
right?
mm,
If Moses wanted to make that place where he met God for the first time, where there was a burning bush, if he wanted to make it an altar, he was gonna make it an altar. Like what happened when Jacob was going to Laban, right, running away from his brother Esau. He saw angels ascending and descending, right? And then when he saw that, he said, surely there is God in this place. He called the name of the place Bethel. And then he took stones and then he made an altar and then he anointed that place and the stones. So it was now an altar. He said, I will build my God an altar. And then he left. He went where he was going. So an altar is not because you saw God there. It also is not because there is no God there. You understand?
okay.
An altar can be anywhere, but an altar is supposed to be a holy place.
All right. It's supposed to be a holy place. Thank you so much for explaining.